So Rielle Hunter gave an exclusive interview to ABC's 2020, and she talks about how she did this because she really wants to make sure her daughter knows the truth about what happened between her and John Edwards.
Meaning wrote the book, because I was going to say, she did the interview to promote the book.
Right, that's exactly what happened. Her book is coming out June 26th. This is her effort to promote it. And she answers a question about why she decided to enter an affair with John Edwards.
Do you know one other way her daughter could know about it? She could tell her about it.
Yeah, you can
privately
have
in a
private
conversation.
Yeah,
just a thought.
We know what this is really about. Like, she's so transparent. But anyway, in the first clip, she talks about how she decided to have an affair because she wanted to help him out. Let's watch.
I went there because I believed that I could help him.
Help him with what? Let me
Well,
ask
I mean,
you
like,
again.
what a joke. No, like, from the outside world looking in, like, boy, did you sure help him.
But Hunter, an aspiring spiritual advisor, realizes Edwards isn't looking for advice.
He eventually persuaded me to come sit with him on the bed.
Now, is the radar going off?
Something happened internally with me. I responded. I have never seen that before.
You've never
I had not experienced it or felt what was happening before, ever. An intensity like a rock concert.
Strong enough that the man who would soon be a candidate for president of the United States was willing to risk it all to be with her. How did he express that to you in a way that you believed?
We could not get enough of each other on the telephone. If we were not together, we would be talking on the phone about 4 hours every night.
Hey.
We couldn't hang up.
That sounds fucking miserable.
Oh my God, 4 hours,
4 hours
with an aspiring spiritual advisor.
Every conversation I have with a girl in my life that has hit 6 minutes, I do this. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Can I ask you guys something? It sounds like such a juvenile relationship. I had 6-hour conversations when I was in like 7th grade because I had nothing better to do.
And you can't drive anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This man was running for president. He had something better to do.
Yeah.
Okay, study up on Afghanistan or something.
Get a haircut.
Right. Yeah. Now, my favorite parts. She said, I went there to help him, but he persuaded me to sit on the bed. And then, of course, my favorite part was the intensity was like a rock concert. I was like, oh, thanks God. I thought she was going in a different direction. Okay. Anyway, the reality is, I read how they first met. Totally not what she just said. She pursued him at a bar. She went up to him at a bar. And then after he left the bar, she went up and started talking to him again. So this all like, oh my God, what could I do? John Edwards just pursued me with his rock concert, and what could I do? Nonsense.
That's really interesting because in a part of the interview that you guys don't see, she says that she met him in passing and that she couldn't control herself. She said, "You're so hot." And that's how they started talking.
She went up to him at a bar and said, "You're so hot."
She was the photographer, and people always said her work was atrocious. They kept saying to John Edwards, like they couldn't use anything she shot. And maybe it's because, as you saw in that picture there, I mean, I spent my whole career working with professional photographers, right? Like, they don't. Here's what they don't do. They don't hold it up out here, right?
Right.
Yeah, the viewfinder's here. You look through that. It's like
she's like out of a movie, like the guys who shoot like this in a movie sideways.
Totally right. Yeah, guys don't shoot like that because they won't hit anything.
Because she knows, what do I care, man? I'm sleeping with the guy. Believe me, I keep getting paid.
But also,
by the way, that's what they should have gone after John Edwards for, using campaign resources to hire her for her spiritual advice and photography or whatever the hell it is.
What I can't handle about her is everyone already despises her. Okay, it's impossible for people to dislike her more, but she doesn't care. I feel like she's so addicted to fame that she's willing to put herself out like this, promote her book. Don't write the book in the first place, and then don't make it worse by promoting the book. And then to top it off, just expressing or saying all of these really, really intimate things about John Edwards, his wife who's passed away.
Oh, shut up about the wife.
Yeah,
you don't get to talk about the wife.
Let's watch the next video, because in the next video she talks about his marriage with Elizabeth.
Can't wait.
Any doubts she had about sleeping with a married man were helped, Hunter says, by his insistence that his storybook marriage with Elizabeth was just that, a story.
Their marriage was ruined years before I got there.
He tells you something about his personal life that makes it very clear that he's available.
He has other relationships.
He tells you there have been other women in his life.
Yes, I was not the first.
Then, while Edwards is hot on the campaign trail, Hunter discovers she's pregnant with their now 4-year-old daughter, Frances Quinn.
No, she disgusts me because this woman has passed away. She has no ability to defend herself or speak out against whatever it is that you're saying. You're saying that he had all of these affairs and relations. Just shut up.
Yeah, just there you go. Shut up!
Yeah.
Like, this guy just had a trial. The only possible way, he'll never rehabilitate himself. But eventually, we will stop caring. And eventually, there might be a moment where on CNN, joining us now, 2004 and 2008 presidential candidate John Edwards, what do you think Obama has to do to get this done? It might happen, right?
I wouldn't say Obama unless it's like Sasha.
All right, right.
It's going to take a while.
Okay, but I mean, there will come a time if he
Right.
engaged in the right steps. But this is not, he just had a trial, right? It ended in a mistrial.
And Elizabeth Edwards, who passed away, is one of the most popular people in the country,
There's only way this goes away is if they shut up, if they just go off together. And now they're trying to have a relationship. They're together, which
that's the thing I can't understand. She's throwing him under the
right.
bus.
It's like we're supposed to go to dinner tonight. You're like, oh, he fucked a lot of girls.
Yeah, like if you hated him before, wait till you find out what I know.
I'm like one of 40. Yeah, just
no, but that's the essence of this problem, which is that you're right. If they just shut up, they might go away, and that's the thing she fears the most, because she doesn't want to go away. The whole reason she went after John Edwards in the bar, the whole reason she's doing this, the reason she wrote the book, etc., is because she wants the fame more than anything else.
Do you think that she would see John Edwards at a bar and approach him otherwise if he wasn't some sort of, if he wasn't a politician, if he had absolutely no name recognition?
Of course not.
I mean,
he's dreamy.
No, he's a good-looking guy, right? But I don't see that people. You'd have to be extraordinarily good-looking for a woman to come all the way out of their way and be like, "Oh my God, you're hot," and follow you out of the bar.
I mean,
maybe it happens to other guys. It doesn't happen to me.
Sit on your bed.
Right, but he might have been like, he's got good hair, he's rich, he's good-looking, he looked like he needs spiritual advice. You go up, you talk to him.
You think it was an accident she got pregnant? Somebody's getting pregnant tonight.
I'm sure the birth control failed.
Oh, I'm sure it was just an oversight. Oh, please. She couldn't wait to have that kid. And let's not lose track of the fact that John Edwards is a really bad guy. It's not all Rielle Hunter's fault. It's not like she weaved a web and he's like, oh, golly gee, what could I do? No. You chose to do it, okay? And you chose to cheat on your wife who had cancer and who had supported you all this time. Et cetera, et cetera. So I don't want you to get the misimpression that we're absolving John Edwards. We're not, right?
Final quote from her that I just had to read because this is the part that disgusted me the most. It wasn't on tape yet. The full interview will air tonight. But she said, quote, "I have a great deal of compassion and empathy for her suffering," referring to Elizabeth Edwards. "And I have no desire to bash Elizabeth. Elizabeth is the mother of my daughter's siblings, and she is, indirectly, now my family."
Oh, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You're like the worst person in America. Like Dick Cheney's right now going, yes, I'm out of the cellar. Come on.